Brexit arrangements for Northern Ireland could be shaped around the deal Switzerland has with the EU. After it emerged, the bloc had offered a new deal on the UK's post-Brussels trading. The EU and the UK are making progress towards a deal to ease post-Brexit trade checks in Northern Ireland. Brussels and Britain are locked in talks on how to improve the implementation of the Northern Ireland Protocol against a backdrop of numerous days of violence. The atmosphere surrounding the talks is now said to have warmed up a bit, with discussions advancing on a technical level. The European Union has reportedly urged Prime Minister Boris Johnson to accept a massive U-turn with a brand new deal on the Brexit arrangements. Brussels officials told their UK counterparts 90% of border checks could be wiped out, but only if the UK agrees to align food standards with those of the bloc. Caution is being urged on the matter, with Ireland's Europe Minister Thomas Byrne warning the situation is delicate, but admitting it would be excellent if such a deal could be agreed. However, any such agreement on food would seem unlikely because it would represent a monumental U-turn for the UK, which has stood firm on most of its red lines in negotiations and has strongly been against regulatory alignment to achieve a hard Brexit. It has been suggested if the UK is willing to adopt an agreement similar to that operating for Australia and New Zealand agri-food trade, then border checks could be significantly eased, solving a problem that has left tension simmering over recent weeks. So far, the deal that seems most likely to be struck is one similar to the one Switzerland has with the bloc, though. The Swiss model was suggested earlier this year as a way to ease disruption. Under the terms of the protocol, which ensures a free-flowing border on the island of Ireland, the region has remained in the single market for goods. This means products entering the region from Great Britain must comply with strict EU rules on animal and plant health. Traders must now comply with a range of new processes and checks to ship animal-based food products and plants across the Irish Sea into Northern Ireland. The agreement the EU has with Switzerland avoids such checks because the Swiss aligned their own regulations on animal and plant health with the bloc's. When the EU changes its rules, the Swiss change theirs to ensure continued alignment. Stormont Economy Minister Diane Dodds said she would not oppose such a deal. However, she expressed skepticism about whether the government would sign it, as it would require compliance with EU rules. Northern Ireland First Minister Arlene Foster also backed the proposal but warned it would only solve half of the problem. She highlighted that businesses also have to comply with fresh declaration requirements as a result of Northern Ireland having to apply EU customs rules at its ports. She said, the Swiss-style arrangement of course only deals with one aspect of the protocol. It only deals with SPS, sanitary and phytosanitary, checks, and only then if the whole of the United Kingdom is prepared to align with the European Union. So it doesn't actually deal with all of the other issues around parcels and around business and all of those other issues. So it's only a part of the solution and only if the United Kingdom government would buy into the entirety of the UK aligning. So for us what we're really interested in is a long-term solution, a permanent solution to the problems that we're currently facing. Speaking in the upper house at the end of last month, Labour's former cabinet minister Lord Mandelson told Brexit negotiator Lord David Frost, the government is in real danger of blundering around Northern Ireland on these sensitive trade issues. The unionists feel understandably that putting a trade border down the Irish Sea is a betrayal of their community. To mitigate this, will the government seek a Swiss-style veterinary agreement with the European Union, which would eliminate many of the trade barriers created? Is there any downside to such a veterinary agreement that is more important than smoother trade and political stability in Northern Ireland? Lord Frost said the UK had proposed in the trade talks last year that there could be an equivalence arrangement with the bloc. He added, unfortunately, the EU is not open to that. We continue to be open to such an equivalent arrangement if the EU is interested in that. Pressed on this, he said, the downside to a Swiss-style SPS or veterinary agreement is that it would require our food and drink sector to accept laws that were not made in this country, but laws of the European Union. As